What's up, guys? We're back here again for Real Estate State of the Union. Braxton over there has a TV behind him that I was staring at. There's some very weird stuff on that screen as the timer counted down. And I was worried we were going to lose our YouTube channel over it. Spoon was a big fan, though. We'll be right back after this with our Real Estate State of the Union. Yeah, recording Kid Rocks.
This live stream is brought to you by GBT Property Management. Over to you.
All right, guys, if you need money for your real estate deals, go to roughneck2realestate.com, roughneck2realestate.com, and jump in there, fill out a form. Braxton here will loan you some of his personal cash to be able to do your next real estate transaction. Spoonie's over here working hard and diligently at trying to get some deals closed. I got Chris in my DMs right now about a deal we contracted off MLS. We got to make a decision on live on the air. Do we put El Presidente on the spot and make him make a choice about a property he knows nothing about?
I love it. I want that responsibility. Hand it to me.
So we got a property we're trying to buy off MLS, and maybe our ask was a little too much. I don't know. We want to buy it for $200,000, but we want them to cancel the listing, so it's an off-market sell. I don't even know if that's legal.
Do you care?
Let me know in the comments section if that one's legal or not. But anyways, that was my ask. Because what I don't want to happen in today's real estate market is I don't want to buy something on market, do my value add, and then have an appraiser put it in an appraiser's hands on what it will comp for later on. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
you're going to create the market for yourself.
I'm going to create the market for myself that I'm going to be working against, and I don't want to do that because, granite, flooring, paint, how much value does that actually add? It's like now it's in an appraiser's hand to decide that, and I don't want to put it there. I'd like the market to decide that. And so that was my ask. They said they wouldn't do it, so now we have a decision. Do we close on the MLS deal? It's $200,000 purchase, Granbury area, 4.2 brick, 4.3 brick.
Yep,
pretty decent property. What do you think, Spoonie?
What's the ARV on it after we do that work?
300. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty straightforward, I think DJ might even be able to do the floors. I mean, it's just some life proof, some paint, some granite, done. What do you think?
Oh man, I don't know that I like that one. But I mean, if the money's there, the money's there. So we just set the market for ourselves on one yesterday, right?
How?
Like the lake house. We set the market for ourselves on that one.
No, that was a shithole.
Well, that's true. And if we put a new one there, that'll erase all that.
We're not going to put a new one there, though, but we will reside it, new window it, unshithole it. And the market there is very well. I mean, the market there is good. Jacob is right. For the 60 we would spend putting a new one there, we would be better off putting 60 into the house that is there. Because it's just dollar for dollar. The value add it'll be fine. That one's easy. Getting a contractor up there is going to be the hard part. We're going to have to send Furman something. Braxton, we need to get you some WD-40.
No, he's in that chair I was in last week. It's the
switched up
chair of squeaking.
Y'all just wiggle around too much. Just sit there like a fucking
Didn't you
cadet.
hear Grant say, you're moving around on stage too much? It looks like you don't know what you're talking about. You heard it.
I'm in a weird spot because I've got this table leg.
No, I dealt with the table leg, and he dealt with the table leg last week.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Just loop your leg over.
I like that. I think we'll do a rotation.
I'm okay with that. That's fine. Send it over here, man.
Not me. I want the non-table leg.
He didn't.
Anyway, so
I'm not for Braxton's short legs, it's not a big deal,
Oh man,
that's funny because someone knows I'm insecure about my height. That's a funny joke.
Sohail doesn't have to be because he's taller than all of us.
Right.
Let's get back to the question though. I don't know why we wouldn't. What's the worst case there is having a rental?
Yeah, no, we'll remodel that one. So I think we just let Chris, if you're watching, just send over the termination. Just say, hey, look, we don't want to do this. Release the earnest money. I don't know how much earnest money we got on that one. Probably $1,000.
Yeah.
MLS. So we'll just pay the $1,000 now, and save the misery of finding out we were wrong. My real hope for that one was, I mean, again, it's a 5-year hold, but I don't want to start off the fund like that. I want the fund to just be, I want to be banging out just.
And I think that kind of has to be an expectation for property like that. It's like you buy it, and if you do create that market for yourself, not a big deal if it's a rental, but you got to have some runway.
Yeah,
That's got to factor in the cost. Is like, hey, look, holding cost, because we will have this for a while.
Yeah, I think if we'd have got it at the 170 that we were trying to get it at, that our original offer was, I think we could have done it. But you know, the way it is now, it's like I don't want to retrade you. I don't want anything. I wanted that deal at, you know, that price, and I can make it work if I'm not comping against myself. But I don't want to be asking you, one, to do something that you're not comfortable doing because it's maybe illegal. We don't know. Fact check that, someone. I
don't know why it would be.
Nah, I think it is. I think if you sell something on MLS, I know people do it all the time. I know it happens all the time. We get asked to do it when we have something on listed, and an investor is going to buy it. They ask us sometimes, "Hey, look, will you just cancel listing and we'll continue with the sale?" I mean, it's like, what do I care? I don't care. Do you care, Spoon? I mean, maybe the broker cares. Somebody cares.
I feel like that's where the liability would be. Brokers where they won't get paid.
Oh, they do get paid. That's the thing.
Well, it's not that they're getting paid, that they'd have to answer to their client on the backside if we didn't close.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to use MLS to sell a property if you're a broker.
I don't know.
You just have to have a listing agreement, and you can broker that transaction.
I guess that's true, because on the listing agreements, you can select how you're allowed to market it.
Yeah,
MLS is one of the options there.
Right,
Yeah.
but even if you select that on there, that's just allowed to market it. They don't have to market it.
Well, that's what I mean.
I've had
It's like,
people try
it's
to
listed
pocket
as an
sell a
option.
house
We're
before.
all fucking not attorneys here, but they definitely, if they have a listing agreement, they definitely get paid, regardless if it goes on the MLS or not. Because we've had shithead agents not put stuff on MLS.
Absolutely.
Where we've been looking for it, and we're like, why isn't this on MLS? We're like, oh, I'm trying to sell it. I'm like, put that motherfucker on MLS.
What happened last night? Now, this was unintentional. I was looking for one of our listings on MLS, and it wasn't there, so I hit up Chris. I'm like, where's it at? But it was one of those ones that wasn't on Netris, so it wasn't showing up. And
well, we were doing that yesterday with Propelio, pulling comps. And Netris.
Well, this was like Winona. I was looking for it last night.
Yeah, I always go to Zillow when I'm looking for that stuff, because Zillow
says listed.
Yeah, it'll say what MLS it's on. It'll say all the MLS it's on. So, pro tip there, Spoonie.
Pro tip:
if you're
don't use Realtor.com. Go to Zillow.
You were on Realtor.com?
No, I was on Propelio.
Yeah, I was about to say, but if you go to Zillow, I got the Zillow app. That's how I go look at our listings. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we need some bangers for the fund. Not getting any showings on so Stephenville property, we get an update.
No, not even updated. They scheduled yesterday at 11:30, but we haven't even been able to figure out if they actually went. So the agents, doesn't matter. It's planned to be.
So it's about to get fucking.
Yeah, Saturday morning, it's rolling as soon as the other one's done.
Dude, I think we'll get $1,500 a month for that front house. It might cost a little money to get it done, but then we'll get another $1,000 a month for the back one.
I don't believe his quote was good. I think that $3,000 will get the front house. I think we're going to spend another $1,500, $2,000 on the little back area, because there's no AC, there's no stove, there's no place to put a stove. But they both have separate services, electric services. Yeah. That's awesome.
No, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
2 units, Stephenville. Lady we bought that from, daisied the fuck out of it.
Yeah, there's lots of daisy.
Lots of daisying on that one. The original contract was $90. I think we paid $122.
$112, and then
$122.
Okay.
The fund bought it $122.
Yes. Yeah.
El Presidente. That's your cost basis. So, anyways, yeah, that deal. I mean, 27. No, not 27. $2,500 a month rent. 2% rent rule. Essentially, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. I think it's going to need an air conditioner because it had window units in the front house, and whatever's got to happen on that back house.
Yeah, the window unit or the unit on the house is an antique. It looks like a trash can. It's got to go.
And I'll bet after we do all that, we'll be able to sell it for our price.
Oh, I agree.
Once it's rented.
And I just learned something on the way up here. We were working on runnels. On the AC went out. They had a wall pack in it, like a hotel unit. Those things are cheap. They're like, it was like going to cost $1,000 to replace it. That's what we're going to put on that back house because it heats and cools.
So you talking about a mini split?
Nope, it's a wall pack. It's a rectangular cutout in the wall, just like in every hotel room you've ever been in. And you just slide it in from the outside. It plugs in to the wall.
$1,000.
Don't sound right.
That's the quote we got today.
Too good to be
And
true.
It is. That's what I told Jacob. I'm like, that's a really good price.
I don't want to cut holes in walls. Why can't we just use mini splits?
We can do a mini split if you want.
They just go in every room. They're cheap. They're efficient. It's good. Well, what else, Braxton? Got any deals coming in?
We got the 1 acreage deal coming up. I guess another week or so, we'll be able to meet with her. 66 acres.
Spoon, you know
That's
anything
sexy.
about this?
Is this the 1.6 million?
It's $1.6 million. Nice little $1.6 million purchase.
Maybe about 50%, a little less.
In
Don't
One-
worry about where it's at. Don't worry. No need to talk about that.
You already own real estate there, which narrows it down to most
I
every
wasn't going
county
to
in the
ask where it
state.
was at. Like I was just going to say it's in a great place in Texas. That's all I
Yeah.
was going to say.
I agree with all that, but Spoonie, don't just shout out where our leads are. We haven't even negotiated this one. We have no contract. But it will be
Pro
a banger.
tip: it's Lake of the Ozarks. Go there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I like it, though. That's the one I'm most excited about.
Is this an old lady? Mm-hmm. Do you think we should let Spoon try?
Maybe so. You might be able to bid her up.
Yeah, Spoon.
Maybe you can
know-
get it for 1.7.
I might. I have no problem going off of that. I love old ladies.
Yeah. What do you think the most you could pay for that would be?
I'm gonna say 2.2. I
just
really
gonna
feel
be-
like you just go on
You
and
really
be
think
like,
you can do
Grandma.
that? You really think you can
No,
bid her
no,
up?
I couldn't.
600.
No, I don't think so because I think she would. Like, if you actually did something like that, they would feel like they're still leaving something on the table. They'd be like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not selling it now for less than $3 million."
Spoon. I don't know. And then I loved my personal favorite offer from last week was the $16 million offer you made.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, let me. Oh, okay.
He was at he wasn't even at 25 million. He already had an offer for 25 million. And that wasn't enough for him. He's like, you got to beat that. I was like, okay, what's your email? I'll get you something.
We wrote up a $16 million offer.
I wrote it in the email. Hey, look, we can give you a 6-month lease back or whatever. So I've given him a deal, man. Like, we never do this. This is just for you.
That was 1,600 acres. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he's saying he turned down 25 million, I don't think anybody's turned down 25 million.
Yeah. I mean,
I think 16 million probably
Was
was
a-
a stretch.
yes, it was. And I don't
$10K an
know.
acre.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the dirt around it wasn't, I don't know. For tracks that size, we were,
Was it farmland?
yes, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty clear. No leases in place.
Does he want a listing?
Maybe. He didn't seem super motivated.
That would change Jacob Girl's life, like
Dude,
in a day.
Jacob just goes out there. He's like, man, I'm going to get you 35. He's like, all right. Puts it out there. Bill Gates comes in. Like, yeah, I'm in. I'll need some more corn. I'm in. He's like, well,
Yeah.
bro, I got you the 35. Let's roll. Jacob gets his commish. We don't see him for the rest of the year.
Jacob's
I
just,
can't be
Jacob's
mad at
only
him, though.
answering people in teams. Like, I hired somebody to do that. I hired somebody. That's his
Yeah.
only answer.
Or no, it wouldn't even be that. He just tagged the person he hired.
There you go.
Maybe.
You tag Jacob a direct question. Hey, Jacob, I really need you to answer this and not them. He tags
He
this
spends the
person.
first 2 months on his ranch just hiring VAs to do.
I
his
think
answer.
I think he'd probably just send selfies of him not giving a fuck. Like,
Every time you ask him a question, just,
it's another selfie of him with a margarita.
I'm not mad
like
at
a
him
new
either.
bottle of. Man, I'd be stoked for him.
You
if
close
that
a
happened.
$16 million listing. I'm not mad at you for
35 million.
that's true. 35. You close a $35 million listing. I'm not mad at you for not wanting to work.
Yeah, he's done. Like, I did it for the year. Well, I'll see y'all next year.
I could see a week-long vacation at least for that.
Yeah. What
I mean, y'all know I would take 6 months off for that kind of.
It would be
windfall.
longer, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
yeah, no, Spoon. You
Retirement.
we might never see Spoon again. Just out. Like, what is a commission on 35 million? It's 3%. I don't think you'd get it 3%.
But even at
$1 million
1.5,
Do what?
$1 million around that.
No, it's more than that. 3%.
55 million times 0.03.
Easy math, Spoon.
1.05. Yeah, one
Million 50.
Yeah, $1,050,000.
Well, you'd have to get both sides to take the whole year off.
Well,
I feel like there'd be a lot of FUs involved after he had $1 million. No, I'm not doing that. Screw you.
Maybe.
yeah.
What other deals you got cooking, Braxton?
Those that one land deal is the closest probably. There's a couple others that I've had contracts sent. One Spoonie's backyard.
Okay.
It's not a bad looking deal. We've got another one. Well, we already own one and are trying to close another one. Where
What?
DJ made some homemade stairs or whatever.
Oh my God.
In that area, we've got another one down there that's kind of like a weird add-on type thing. But the lady lived in Blanco and's like, I don't know. She asked my name 5 times in the call and couldn't remember why I was going out there. I'm like, let's just try mailing her a contract again for. I'm 4 hours out of my way for someone that don't know why I'm coming.
Yeah, sounds like might not be able to close.
Yeah, but I mean, if that does come through, I mean that's a $12,000 house with a tenant.
Oh.
That one. It's a junkyard in the front. Got a couple cars and RVs, but
We
it
got the
was-
ability to fix that.
Yeah, and it wasn't terrible looking. It was just weird. Like, it looked like they took a storage shed and like added on another storage shed or something.
I like those. Those are
Yeah.
my personal favorites.
And it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
There's one across the highway from where we're putting our mobiles where they just put 2 storage sheds back to back and like joined them.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
There you go. But that one is kind of top of mind. It might be worth. I mean, if we can get her on the same page and know that she's can actually understand, like,
So-
might be worth sitting in her lap and waiting for it and getting it signed in person. But
Spoonie had to flex on some local gurus to get a payoff. Spoonie, you want to tell that story, or
There wasn't no flexing. It's actually on video. Like, I just called them. They're friends of ours.
you're friends with them?
I mean, I think we're friends. Like, I mean, are we not?
I don't know. You tell me.
No,
Well, I mean,
we are.
So obviously, you
Like-
consider them your friends. Do they consider you their friends?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if they do or not, but they've always been really friendly to me. The 2 guys.
Dick pics?
Maybe. I think
So
the
call it
first one would.
acquaintances.
I mean,
But they haven't.
like Tinder acquaintances. Like.
I don't know anything about Tinder.
Anyway.
Go tell the
Never
story.
been
Though.
on it.
What's going on there?
No,
what
no. We
happened?
called the title company because we couldn't get a payoff.
Mm-hmm.
We've got essentially a squatter, a guy that's played the system for. We didn't know this part.
I knew it.
Well, I didn't know that part. I didn't know he hadn't been paying for 2 years.
Anyways, keep going.
Anyways, foreclosure. Corey didn't think it was going to close because there's a lot of things going on here.
Corey didn't think it was going to close because of the very reason Spoon didn't know that I did know. The guy that we're buying it from is a total fucking flake.
Yes.
And
And that was confirmed. Like, we got an email that I just called the title company because the title company said, I can't get a payoff. I said, who's on this email? Who are you talking to? And they said a person's name we know. And I just said, well, let me call him.
now I was big mad. One, I thought Texas Tuesday was today. I forgot what days where I thought it was happening this week. So I was ready to fire off a TRO and all kinds of stuff because we knew it was an owner finance transaction. We knew that because they use the same note servicer that we use.
Mm-hmm.
And so
We're trying to close it. We just can't get a payoff from them.
we couldn't get a payoff. So I was under the impression that it's some crackety old, the old guys that
Oh, yeah.
just want to take it back and resell it. And,
At the
like,
courthouse
nah.
steps every.
We're ready to close, have the money, want to close. We just can't get this from y'all. It's like,
yeah, so Spoonie had to go flex a little bit. He had to go. What?
I mean, I
you-
called him and said, hey, we need a payoff. I don't want to file a TRO. And they're like, oh, okay. Then I called him back the next day, and he kind of downloaded on me because he's like, man, I'm tired of this guy talking shit about me. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't talked to this guy one time. He's like, this dude hadn't paid me in 2 years. He's filed bankruptcy multiple times. I'm like, I don't know any of that. I just need a payoff. We got cash. I'm trying to close a house.
Yeah,
That was the whole conversation. He's like, oh, my bad. I didn't know. So he texted me all day yesterday, made sure and followed up all day that
Yeah.
they're getting the payoff. He
It's a wrap. So there's an underlying lien. I think
Yeah.
that was part of it that they were waiting on.
So
So
you got a HUD ready. You just asked about the closing package.
yeah. So Braxton, you might close that today, huh? So Braxton might be closing that one today.
In order to first talk to that lady, I skip genied her, hit her with the triple dial.
Really? Mm-hmm. The old triple dial got it
Yeah, she answered.
on the 3rd.
Yeah, first two got that red button. First one was instant. Second one rang for a while, and then I hit her with the third.
Spoon, how often do you triple dial?
Not enough.
That's not an answer. It's
It's
never.
definitely in. No, I triple dial sometimes. I triple dialed that dude the other day. That goes to me now that you were going to get that contract yesterday. Did you get him?
I think Spoon triple dials whenever he knows.
On accident?
No. Like all of those guys. That's how I got
Like he drops his phone or waters on it, it just keeps hitting
the
it?
lots on the other side. I triple dialed the old man and the son, and they said we don't want to sell it.
You
I'm like, you own a
understand
ditch.
Triple dial is consecutive calls.
Yeah,
though.
I get
Like
it.
within, okay, I just got
Back to
declined. Bam. Not
Yeah.
like, oh, I've called him 3 times over 3 weeks.
Anyways,
Yeah, Spoon, I think.
go ahead and tell me what you're going to say.
Well, I think there's a hierarchy of victimhood
Oh,
that
okay.
comes with, if you will, triple dial.
All right.
I think that
I want to know this.
if you think that it's offensive for you to triple dial, you're not going to triple dial. Now, where that lands in your brain, I don't know. I don't know if
I'm
it's
going to
like,
write this down. Hierarchy.
If you're going to write something down, write down this. You have to want to talk to them more than they don't want to talk to you.
that's right.
I don't even understand that.
And it doesn't matter if it's some little old lady that you feel like you're wearing out and
Offensiveness.
getting on her
She just can't get
nerves.
to the phone fast enough, so you're being rude. You're being offensive.
Yeah, you're
She's
not
like,
giving
if you
her
would
an
just call
opportunity.
back one more time, I would have gotten to the phone.
Old lady
Yeah, I think that's it. I think if he
tripping
knows
on way to phone. Got it.
if he knows the age of the person he's calling, he feels like it's offensive for him to be in there that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Can't
But-
afford not to.
I'm not saying you won't call black people. That's all I'm saying.
That took
That took a weird turn. That's
It's just-
weird that you
it's-
jumped to like some racial motivation.
It's just old. I think.
Well, I
they're-
love old
think-
people.
but I think if they're old, I think you back off. I think.
I'm probably not as hard as I should be with old
yeah, I
people.
think.
But this was neither. I mean, the other ones on the other side, you're like, those home guys will never sell. I triple dialed on. I got the father and son on.
I didn't say they would never sell. I said they were a builder. And
Yeah, and I let him know that you own a ditch. He's like, "What? We've never seen it." I'm like, he's like, "How much do you want to give me for the ditch?" I'm like, $1,000. It's a ditch, sir, and I'm fixing to block you for access. Like, this will add 800 feet to my yard, maybe,
yeah.
and that's you can't even get there to build on that 800 feet because you own a ditch.
Well, he'd have to. It would be. It's going to be terrible for him. Whatever he decides to do. If he decides to haul dirt in or dig dirt out, it's going to be bad for him. It'll be a flood zone.
So we made an offer on the backside last week. Me and Chris on there was a double lot that popped up for $10K on the next street over where we just got this other lot for $3. But it's a nice big double lot, and the pictures amazing. It was our buddy that posts everything, sells the whole world down there.
Dot?
Amazing pictures. I'm like, Jesus, this looks like a meadow. Like I get down there, there's one shot through the trees of a meadow, and I'm crawling around on like the side of a hill, and the rest of it is all that same ditch. So there was maybe 300 foot of buildable space up there.
That's great.
She wouldn't negotiate at all, too. She was hard. She's like,
Savage.
"Nah, we ain't doing that." I'm like, "Ma'am, you can't even build here."
That's great. What do you got?
I ain't got that.
All right. So other deals that are in the pipeline working. So we're closing on that one.
We'll get some refis going.
Got some refis. What kind of refis?
Clearing up some private money.
We are clearing up some private money. The fund is basically full. It's already buying properties. The fund's already in there, but it's basically full. We got more commitments than we have shares left. Essentially, they just got a domino. You know, we're holding places for people we know. And then we got some maybes that committed, but we're more of a maybe that we're kind of not following up with because we have 2 people that essentially want to buy the rest of the fund out.
And I feel like that's an interesting dynamic because it's like you don't want to. It's easy to take that and you want their money too, but it's like I also don't want to leave out the people that, got the smaller amount. I'm trying to work with everyone, but it's like
Yeah, no, I want all the people with the smaller amounts in because I know that nobody gives you their nest egg for a passive investment the first time. You get what I mean? If they give you 25 I mean, Ty's the greatest example of this. Ty started out with 10 grand. He's got 250 with us now. That's, and he loves it. He loves it. I mean, he loves having his money out on stuff with us. So, yeah, we're going to buy. Spoon, what do you think we'll buy this year? Think we buy $10 million worth of real estate this year? I know we're going to buy 5. I know we're going to buy 5 before summer.
We have to, and I think it'd be real easy to buy 10 million.
Yeah,
we could buy 15 if we really got to it.
I think we do close out on 10 million this year. I think the slower the market gets, the harder the market gets. I think the price range we play at gets a little more interesting. But I love what's happening in the rental space right now. Love it. Spoonie, how do you feel about, like, I mean, rental wise, we took a rough couple of months. We lost, I think, $6,000 or $7,000 a month in evictions or natural attrition, people moving out. Wrong time of year to do that, by the way, at Christmas time. It happens every year, though. But anyways, what do you think about it moving forward? You like what we got going on?
I am always positive about the price range that we play at. Like, there's always somebody that's going to be able to rent the assets that we have.
It's true.
It has been a couple months. We looked at some of our stuff yesterday that wasn't great. We had some surprises there, but
I was shocked. I was sad about it. I was like, man, I worked my ass off on that. But
yeah, I was too last night. I'm sure he was. Like, I'm laying in bed like, well, what the fuck? But it doesn't matter. That price point, I don't think it's the price point that's a problem or the asset, because it's a nice asset. It's a procedural problem that just has to be fixed.
Yeah, I don't know what. And I mean, I feel real bad about it, because I'm like, man, I got 9 applications in 1 week for that property when it had 1 vacancy.
I mean, you had six appointments in 1 day.
No, I know.
We looked at them yesterday.
I did really well that week, and it just somehow through attrition or evictions, whatever the fuck happened, it just.
Well, I think it's also time that we also start looking at other sides of the whole leasing process.
Oh yeah,
because I would say we've gotten most of the showings applications, got that squared away. We've got that systemized. Still some things we can refine and get better at, but we've got a pretty solid. I think it's maybe time to start looking at, okay, what exactly are they looking at? How do we get these forward?
What happened there for a little while? It's like a problem that comes up twice a year, maybe once a year, where Christmas time every year, people just give up. They quit paying. They decide to hell with it. I'm going to move on, and they give up. You get that high volume of vacancies. You've been rolling with a smaller volume of vacancies, so the manpower that you have staffed in that hole is enough. But then when it snowballs on you, you get that big batch of vacancies. It's like you got to go hire somebody, and it's almost temp help, because once you dig out of that hole, it don't come back until it comes back. You know what I mean? So it's, how do you balance that as in a small company? How do you balance that labor when you don't need it all the time? You just don't need it. It's like almost like you wish you could pull DJ out of maintenance for a minute to help in leasing. You know what I mean? But how do you cover that base? So we've done that. We took that off of them because they were in such a big hole as far as vacancies went. I think they were at 65 or 70 vacancies. So we took the front side of that off of them. And we have more work for these guys to do when they're not doing leasing. In other words, they can help us do owner finance. They can help us buy properties. They can help us by running out and looking at something. We have those tasks for them to do. So them being in our labor pool, 50% of the time, and in property management's labor pool, 50% of the time works. The problem is the people that are handling applications normally only handle 10 applications a week at most. Now we're piling 40 on their head.
Right.
So now we got the same problem again. It's like they don't, the staff that's there, which, they've never had to do it at that scale. They've never had to sit there and go, okay, I have to call this person. this is what I need to say. I need to set that expectation on this call. Like, I got an application. I need how soon after an application comes in do you think before we talk to them?
I wouldn't even want to know.
I know, but I mean, how?
I'm afraid that they never talk on the phone.
That's what I'm afraid of too.
Is my theory behind it, because it just doesn't make sense that someone is already pot committed. Like, you're
Put
gonna
$40 in.
Yeah, and then plus all the whatever fees are on there, and then start filling out information and stuff. It's like, how does that get lost? Like, how do you already have bank statements, income, whatever, fill out all this information, then you just don't
Hear back from them.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that moment, it needs to be the same. The sales process starts over again. The application comes in. You got to get in touch with them within 5 minutes. Like, got to get in touch with them in 5 minutes. Now you're in touch with them. What are you going to say on that call? It's your introduction call to your future tenant. What are you going to say? Hey, look, you applied. I know you're expecting a $0 deposit, or probably seen an advertisement that says $0 deposit. Here's how you achieve that. You must have this. You got to have a bank account for how long? 6 months.
something like that. Yeah.
Got to have a bank account for 6 months. Got to have a credit score of this. Do you meet those qualifications? Do you have those two things? Great. We can move forward on the $0 deposit. No. Okay. Do you have X number of dollars for a deposit? No. Okay. We're looking at a pretty bad tenant resume right now, right? Mm-hmm. But okay, can you pay another $100 a month? Yes. Great. We'll do it for another $100 a month. And now we're self-insuring, like what you said. You get another $100 a month rent. That's extra $1,200 a year. If it doesn't work out and they break week one, the deposit ain't going to cover anything anyways. You know what I mean? The damage that they're going to do ain't going to happen. But most likely that tenant isn't a great tenant. If they don't have credit and they don't have a bank account, you're already looking at a pretty poor qualification for a tenant.
But then it's like still in that fact finding on the phone call, you can figure out, okay,
Yes.
do you have a cosigner?
Yes.
Do you have something else? Do you have someone else going to be living with you, could live with you, can sign for you?
Yes, personal guarantor.
Figuring out anything else that can
To
help
help.
the situation. But it's like texting back and forth through email, and it's just like,
Everything gets lost.
right, but it's like that's a 20-second conversation. Like, do you have credit? No. Do you have bank statements? No. Do you have someone that can sign on with you? No. Do you have extra $100 a month? Yes. Okay.
Great. Here's where I'm at.
Right.
This is the package, and then they present the package. This is a no from me. I wouldn't lease to them. But do you want this as a tenant? Well, actually, I do, because I got a refi going through.
Yeah.
So I want that as a tenant right now.
But at least at that point, we're talking about something for real. It's not a hypothetical anymore.
No, yeah, absolutely. And then so that process has to be built out on the backside. And I think we just built it out on this, so we could probably clip that out, and that could just be the training video.
Yeah.
There you
But
go,
I mean, because
guys.
application processing is still part of the sales process. You're still selling them on,
Absolutely.
because you're the solution. You're say, hey, look, I'm here to help you to get approved for this.
So it still
apartment.
hasn't been a close.
Right.
Because you don't have any money in your bank. Mm-hmm. You still have to close them.
So it's like, how can I help? How can I show them I am here to help them from application to move in, and I
Yes.
need to collect money in the process.
Yeah, Spoonie's sitting there in deep thought about this. Did
Super
your
deep
did,
thought.
did your dog just get run over?
Already hear that.
Yeah.
How
Which
old
one?
was he?
No. DJ was asking me questions. He's like, how big a road base should I get?
No.
That's what I was answering. I thought I should get in front of that problem before.
What-
He's like, 2-inch road base? Question mark. Nope. That's a big rock.
DJ, screenings. Just ask for screenings. Just
They don't have them down there. They're having to go out to
next size up from screenings. It'll be like crushed granite? No. No. Oh, DJ.
I just thought we should get ahead of that problem before we showed up.
But
and there
why
was
is he ordering
stones up.
rock and not dirt?
I just told him that. I said, don't you need dirt for that lot? Yeah, but I didn't know what rock size I had. It doesn't have anything to do with him needing dirt for that lot.
Yeah, DJ, work on dirt, my guy. Poor equipment. It's down there. Ask him this: have you ran a grease gun around this equipment today? I don't know that DJ ever greases it.
I watched him the other day.
You watched him the other day because I had that foot in his ass. Was telling him grease this fucking equipment, and don't forget about the block on the. They forget about the block on the excavator.
I did not get that Zert. I did get the Zert. It's in my truck. I didn't get it changed.
I'm talking about the block where.
You typing?
Yeah, that's good. Hit send. There you go.
I did not get the dessert. I did not get dessert. It's in my truck. I didn't get a C.
There you go. So, anyways, yeah. So, what else? What else we got in the pipeline? Income wise? What are we going to make this week, Spoonie? Got a flip closing. It's going to put 38 in the bank, I think.
That's correct. 38.
What else we got?
Well, hopefully we have one. There's $5K there. I don't know if we'll get this one closed.
Closed on one yesterday. Should be closing on one today.
Oh, did they get the insurance lined out on that sixplex?
I don't know.
That's the only thing that's waiting on that to fund. Let's call Jacob right now. Jacob, come to the podcast, my guy.
That's right.
It's very cold in here. My nose is very runny. I might got the vid.
Hey,
Did the insurance get lined out on the sixplex?
no, I was about to walk over there and get her paid.
So, but it will be in place.
It's gonna have to be before we fund. Yeah, I had talked to her about this morning though.
Oh no, it has to be in place before it can fund. But the seller said his insurance is going to be up today.
Okay, so we got to get something done today.
We have to get it done. And then the next thing is, did the utilities get swapped over?
Talk to Robin.
Because those are also going to be turned off today. He's very adamant about it.
I was literally just on the phone with Chris about the onboarding
Okay.
before he called. So
All right.
Have Chris
I'll work on it.
screenshot all the take pictures of all the meters for Robin.
That's
think
already
Brent
happened.
already did,
That
yeah.
happened. That happened weeks
Did
ago.
all that.
Spoonie's almost on top of it.
Almost.
All right, but we do need to have all that done later.
All right, bye.
Presidente.
Yeah, no, I Spoonie, I told you yesterday. I said I sent Brenton on a mission so we could get this thing closed on time, and it doesn't. It still looks like it's got some shit dragging along. But do you know why we're trying to close this one today?
Yeah, so we don't have to prorate rents.
Did you know that one?
Yeah, you taught me that.
Yeah, always close on your multifamilies
End of the month.
end of the month,
Collect the rent.
and then
Skip
you get
on that first payment.
If they get their rent checks, you're never going to get them.
Well, yes. This previous owner would send us the rent checks. He would. He's that kind of guy. But you do that because if you're closing on this with a hard money loan, when would the first hard money loan be due, Spoonie?
Today, next month.
Next month.
Next month. So you get a free. It's almost like that amount of money will fund your cash reserves for that property. Now you got cash reserves day one. When you do it in the middle of the month, you kind of foul yourself up because it does lower the purchase price, but that money doesn't hit your bank in liquidity. You get what I'm saying? They'll just back down that loan amount to where, yeah, you didn't bring anything to close it, but you didn't get any money the next day. Look, oh, DJ, answer it.
What you got, buddy?
Hey, is there a specific hydraulic fluid, or do you just get like hydraulic fluid for equipment?
DJ, you look up the model number on the internet and type in hydraulic fluid. You can. As a matter of fact, if it's a JCB, the owner's manual is behind the seat. I'm not sure where the owner's manual is on the Kubota.
The internet's easier to get to than the owner's manual.
Just look it up. Just type in the model U555
It doesn't matter.
fluids.
It doesn't matter. It really don't. I'd put transmission fluid in it. I bet it'd be all right.
That's what's in my trailer. But
I was just making sure. 'Cause I
don't
went to a-
don't put transmission fluid. Don't put transmission fluid in there.
I was just making sure so I didn't bring it because I went to O'Reilly's. He gave me like a gallon because that's all they had, and I couldn't remember what he told me to put in it.
DJ,
Um,
the coolant matters. The coolant does matter.
Absolutely.
I told you I put coolant in it. I put
What the same process you use to find the coolant, you can use to find the hydraulic oil.
Yeah, it's going to be like a U, or I don't remember the hydraulic weights. It'll be like a 48 or something.
It ain't nothing. It's just going to be a 5-gallon bucket of equipment hydraulic oil. I don't even know if it'll say the specs on there.
we're doing it again. I need one person, or y'all are going to confuse me.
Just put hydraulic fluid in it. Don't worry about it.
The next thing, I've called 5 people. They've all told me Friday it's supposed to rain here.
Well,
Well,
Our original people, are saying they might get me something today, but
Good.
they don't know.
There's mites on a chicken's ass. Go work on the Texas lot later.
Did y'all know he can count all the way to 200?
He told us that. I don't believe it.
But he
though.
was confused about the first 10.
Yeah, first 10 he struggles with, but I think after that, well, I guess allegedly he can count all the way to 200.
You should tell him to watch the podcast. Be like, tune into the podcast so you can hear all the shit we're talking. But it's funny, none of the people got to hear that. They just heard us yelling at.
Why didn't they get to hear it? They couldn't hear it off my mic.
Probably not. How'd y'all hear it in the sound room?
It was okay.
Oh, just okay. Well,
Hold it up to the mic.
Maybe we could do that, or we could just get a little mic on the table so we could just set the phone by it every time. Get super fancy.
I love that idea.
Good.
Or maybe a way to hook it up to Bluetooth so we could hear it.
I mean, so far our engineers have let us down on that.
Spoon, do you like my shirt?
Does it say something about ejaculate? What is that?
What's this? Spoon, do you like that?
I do. It's very, very sweaty.
Yeah. The fat girls, man. You can't love fat girls and not sweat.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you start thinking about fat girls. I mean, it's like it's like butter on a roll. You know what I mean? Like it just goes together. It's
You're
like,
looking for a lady that smells like lamb.
Yeah, you think about it. Dry roll is weird. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
come on.
yeah, but a fat girl. I mean, it's like skinny girls not the move in a recession. You want a fat girl. You know what I mean? Well,
She's making money if she can find, food.
Yeah, that's right. She ain't gonna.
Resourceful. She might have a
might-
rich dad that might want to loan on some real estate.
That's correct. Yeah, because I mean, truth be told, you're probably gonna feed Emery. Probably gonna up her calories to where we can put some meat on her bones. You know what I mean? Where, well, never mind. When she's older, I can't handle my daughter's.
Just keep digging the hole you're trying to dig
she's
your way
wanting
out
to
of
move
right now.
on.
Because I am. I don't know how
She's
far
got
this is gonna go.
She said she's not dating this guy. To me yesterday, she goes, "I'm not dating him," and I was like,
You're 9.
"Yeah." Like, I mean, like, what? Nobody said that. Nobody brought that up. Like, you said you wanted to go to a birthday party. We're trying to get you arranged to go to a birthday party. We're acting like I'm dating him. Nobody's acting like that. But now I'm worried. You know what I mean?
Well, are they dating?
Yeah. Like, what?
Why would you say that?
What does dating mean to a 9-year-old? I'm like,
Well, I mean, when you were that age, this is probably more for the other podcast, but you remember like, oh yeah, I'm going with that person. I'm going with
yeah.
them.
But
Like,
I mean, dating was
nonsensical
not
shit.
Yeah, boyfriend girlfriend is a 3rd grade problem. Dating? Like, what is dating? Like, how did you?
I don't know. Did you ask them if
gotta
they have
be-
commingled accounts? Like what?
I'm blaming YouTube for that terminology. Like, it's like what 9-year-olds are thinking about dating. Like, I wasn't thinking
Bro.
about dating at 9.
The stuff my 10-year-old comes home and tells me about school blows my mind.
I got to get her weight up though. You know what I mean? So the dating opportunities go down. Braxton. Spoon? No.
I mean, you tell me I'm fat every day, so
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. But anyways, do you have anything else you want to talk about real estate wise? Or are we just gonna break this thing off and move on to something else?
Just getting different iterations.
Spoonie, did we make any money last week?
we put $20K in the bank.
That's nice. It's always a good week. Put a little more in this week. Do have a $30,000 assignment on the board. Braxton's working on the loan.
Yep.
So got a 12-unit apartment complex. Spoonie, we didn't even tell you about it. We just figured. You went to it.
I've been there. I've offered to that guy because I was the one that we had it contracted to like 300 or something,
Yeah.
and I went to take him back to like 2, and that was an awkward deal. But
It didn't work out.
I sat with the guy while he lapped the room and high-fived everybody and just ignored me for 30 minutes. Like I wasn't a big fan.
That's, yeah.
And Braxton, did you ever have any interactions with him?
Just on the phone.
He's
But we sent Jacob over there. Jacob didn't have no problems with it. He
Yeah.
just-
I don't think Jacob has those kind of problems. I don't think Jacob has confidence
Jacob
problems.
just-
He is.
Jacob-
Jacob can cause. Like he is his own rainmaker. That's the best way to put it.
I don't know. Jacob just walked in there and said, "It's 200, buddy. It's 200, buddy." And he put his finger in his chest. He said, 200, buddy.
And he said, "Did you hear me, pal?"
Did you hear me, pal? I only got 200. And that was it. The guy took it. He's like, you know what? I'll take that.
Got the appraisal order, but got to get some details on that.
We don't have any details.
Yeah.
What kind of details you want?
I don't even know where. Like, I was trying to find it on Street View. I couldn't find it.
Dude, there's videos of it in the deal.
Oh,
Because I took pictures. Like, I've been there and took pictures
What
of the server.
deal?
In Teams?
Yeah. I walked it. I did a video in Roughneck Real Estate, the Facebook group. Y'all can all go join, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. The
Said there's only one vacant.
Oh, no. There's maybe one with a crackhead in it.
no. He was remodeling when I was there.
Yeah, but, so he got it filled up. Because
It's
he
full.
only had like 3.
That's what
Done when I was
Mr.
there.
Jake said. Was there's
It's
only one
full,
vacant.
baby. It's a done deal. We're getting a turnkey 12 unit for less than what we were going to buy it for when it was a distressed 12 unit. Now it's a cinder block build. Is that right? Do you remember that? It's a solid cinder block build.
Yeah, if I remember, a CBS. And then, it was fine.
Okay, then
Got
I
a
do know
metal
what you're
roof.
talking about then, but because Street View does not take you there, so that's why when I pulled up, I was confused. It's just
There's 2 of them. There's a nice one here, and then there's a big-ass parking lot with
There was a bunch of them.
awnings. And
interesting.
And then there's this CBS.
I think it was originally probably 48 units, and I think 24 of them are now gone because I think they sold them. I think they sold them in
Split 'em.
blocks. Yes, it's right next to the hospital. Good. I mean, I've personally coached softball right there, right by it. So,
Well,
good.
appraisal's ordered. That's going.
yeah, it'll
that
appraise.
moving.
It'll make the cut. So, I'm sorry you didn't get an opportunity to buy that one. It's all right. We just pulled. We just said, hey,
Just deal with that 30,
we're gonna
bro.
take that one.
Just deal with that 30.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. What you got, Braxton? Anything?
That's about it.
All right. We gotta shoot an end screen. Do you want to shoot it right now? Do you want to shoot it live on live?
Sure.
All right.
I'm just looking at the intense way you stare at the camera.
Oh, it's a good one. Guys, if you like that clip, hold on, how's it go? Guys, if you like that clip, you can watch more of them right here. And if you like if you want to see the full episode, you can go to this link over here. We'll see y'all next time.
That's good.
That's it. That's for end screen.
All
That's for. I learned that watching podcasts, guys. So, if you watch podcasts, you learn that too. We'll go later.
If you go to Roughneck Real Estate right now, you can be one of over 1,000 people that don't like something I said on the internet. You can find that video there right now on Roughneck Real Estate at TikTok.